Hello and welcome back to Project Wake. I am your host, Connor.
And I am Rex. Don't mind me. I'm paid to be here.
Dude, really? And you're doing the voice already?
What? This is my voice. Sorry. Hi, I'm Rex.
Seriously? We talked about this.
I'll behave.
Into the hollow earth. Tonight, we descend beneath the crust, past the mantle, beyond where science dares to go, into the mysterious world of the hollow earth.
Or, as some call it, Earth's basement apartment.
The hollow earth theory goes back centuries. In 1692, Edmund Halley, the comet guy, famous for Halley's Comet, suggested the earth was hollow with multiple layers, even inhabited.
Because apparently, discovering a comet wasn't enough street cred. He had to say, also, the planet is basically a cosmic jawbreaker.
Later, in the 19th century, American explorer John Cleves Sims Jr. became famous for pushing the idea of giant entrances at the poles. He even petitioned Congress to fund an expedition.
And Congress said no, which is funny, considering they've funded bridges to nowhere, but not expeditions to inside the planet land.
Followers of Hollow Earth point to places like the North Pole, South Pole, and even Mount Shasta in California. Some maps even show Agartha, the legendary inner world capital.
If Agartha has rush hour traffic, I hope it's not as bad as Los Angeles. What I'd say.
Explorers like Admiral Richard Byrd reportedly flew missions near the poles. In his diaries, depending on whether you believe the leaked versions, he described lush green lands beyond the ice, and possibly flying saucers.
Ah yes, because when I think Antarctica, I definitely think palm trees and UFO traffic.
0910 hours. Vast ice and snow below, note coloration of yellowish nature and disperse in a linear pattern. Altering course for a better examination of this color pattern below. Note reddish or purple color also. Circle this area 2 full turns and return to assigned compass heading. Position check made again to base camp and relay information concerning colorations in the ice and snow below. 0910 hours. Both magnetic and gyro compasses beginning to gyrate and wobble, we are unable to hold our heading by instrumentation. Take bearing with sun compass, yet all seems well. The controls are seemingly slow to respond and have sluggish quality, but there is no indication of icing. 0915 hours. In the distance is what appears to be mountains. 0949 hours. 29 minutes elapsed flight time from the first sighting of the mountains. It is no illusion. They are mountains and consisting of a small range that I have never seen before. 0955 hours. Altitude changed to 2950 feet, encountering strong turbulence again. 10:00 hours. We are crossing over the small mountain range and still proceeding northward as best as can be ascertained. Beyond the mountain range is what appears to be a valley with a small river or stream running through the center portion. There should be no green valley below. Something is definitely wrong and abnormal here. We should be over ice and snow. To the port side are great forests growing on the mountain slopes. Our navigation instruments are still spinning. The gyroscope is oscillating back and forth. 10:05 hours. I alter altitude to 1400 feet and execute a sharp left turn to better examine the valley below. It is green with either moss or a type of tight-knit grass. The light here seems different. I cannot see the sun anymore. We make another left turn and we spot what seems to be a large animal of some kind below us. It appears to be an elephant. No, it looks more like a mammoth. This is incredible. Yet, there it is. decrease altitude to 1,000 feet and take binoculars to better examine the animal. It is confirmed. It is definitely a mammoth-like animal. Report this to base camp. 10:30 hours. Encountering more rolling green hills now. The external temperature indicator reads 74 degrees Fahrenheit. Continuing on our heading now. Navigation instruments seem normal now. I am puzzled over their actions. Attempt to contact base camp. Radio is not functioning. 11:30 hours. Countryside below is more level and normal, if I may use that word. Ahead we spot what seems to be a city. This is impossible. Aircraft seems light and oddly buoyant. The controls refuse to respond. My God! Off our port and starboard wings are a strange type of aircraft. They are closing rapidly alongside. They are disc-shaped and have a radiant quality to them. They are close enough now to see the markings on them. It is a type of swastika. This is fantastic. Where are we? What has happened? I tug at the control again. They will not respond. We are caught in an invisible vice grip of some type. 11:35 hours. Our radio crackles and a voice comes through in English with what perhaps is a slight Nordic or Germanic accent. The message is, "Welcome, Admiral, to our domain. We shall land you in exactly 7 minutes. Relax, Admiral, you are in good hands. I note the engines of our plane have stopped running. The aircraft is under some strange control and is now turned."
Now here's where it gets wild. Hollow Earth theories often include creatures from myth and legend, giant reptiles, mammoths, and even advanced humanoid races. Some say it's home to reptilian beings, linked to conspiracy theories about world leaders. Others say peaceful, enlightened aliens live there, watching humanity like babysitters.
So basically, Earth is a cosmic daycare, and we're the toddlers eating glue. What?
The Hollow Earth has inspired books like The Smoky God by Willis George Emerson, where a Norwegian sailor finds a land inside the Earth with giants.
Giants who probably had giant IKEA furniture.
And films too, like Journey to the Center of the Earth, Godzilla vs. Kong, and even Jules Verne's work. Hollywood loves the idea of dinosaurs chilling under our feet.
Honestly, if I had a secret dinosaur sanctuary, I'd keep it hidden too. Jurassic Park showed us what happens otherwise.
Now, science generally says hollow Earth is impossible. Seismic waves prove the Earth has a solid core, not empty space.
But seismic waves also said nothing about Bigfoot, and we're still arguing about him.
True. Plus, conspiracy fans argue, what if governments know and are covering it up? Supposedly, satellites avoid photographing the poles directly.
Yeah, and Google Earth, mysteriously, blurs spots at the poles. Definitely not just bad stitching software. Totally aliens.
Let's imagine for a second hollow Earth is real. That would mean an entire hidden ecosystem, advanced civilizations, maybe even ancient beings influencing human history.
And hopefully, better pizza than we've got up here.
If they've got mammoths, I'm betting they've got mammoth-sized pizza. Whether you see it as pure fantasy, hidden truth, or just a fun what if, the hollow Earth remains one of humanity's strangest and most fascinating theories.
And hey, if you ever find the entrance, call us first. We'll bring snacks.
Some believe Hollow Earth isn't just about hidden lands. It ties into ancient myths. Nearly every culture has legends of underworlds. The Greeks had Hades, Hindus spoke of Padala, and Native American Hopi stories tell of people who came up from underground cities after great floods.
So basically, our ancestors were saying, yeah, there's a basement level.
Exactly. And Tibetan texts speak of Shambhala, a hidden kingdom often linked to Hollow Earth's legendary city of Agartha.
Or maybe Shambhala is just the ultimate Airbnb nobody wants to share the location for.
Here's a wild one. Rumors say the Nazis believed in Hollow Earth. In the 1930s, they sent expeditions to Antarctica, allegedly to find entrances to inner worlds. Some conspiracy theories even claim they built secret underground bases there.
Because when you're plotting world domination, the next logical step is, guys, let's move inside the planet.
It's even tied into the infamous Operation High Jump in 1946, when the U.S. Navy sent Admiral Byrd with a fleet to Antarctica. Officially, it was training exercises. Conspiracy theorists, they say it was a battle with UFOs coming from Hollow Earth.
Which explains why every Navy training day mysteriously lacks flying saucer dogfights.
Admiral Richard Byrd was able to fly to the North Pole and back and recorded flying over lush green areas where none should have been. And then 3 years later, he flew over the South Pole.
It's rumored that when Admiral Byrd's task force actually got to Antarctica, that one of the first things they discovered was an entrance into a Hollow Earth civilization that was populated by very, very advanced beings.
Admiral Byrd made a lot of unusual statements, including talking about what he called a new kind of craft that could fly from pole to pole. And when Byrd got back to the United States, he was brought back to Washington, where he was questioned very heavily about his statements. And allegedly he was told to stop talking about this.
Believe it or not, Hollow Earth still has modern fans. Some claim strange lights seen near the poles or unusual auroras could be evidence of inner sun energy shining out.
That's right, folks. According to believers, there's a second sun inside Earth, which means double sunscreen bills.
Exactly. And there are even online forums and YouTube channels dedicated to people trading evidence, like supposed holes on Google Earth, eyewitness pilots, and leaked government files.
Leaked files that always look like they were printed on a toaster.
It can evade radar, and that can fly through air and water and possibly space. And oh, by the way, has no obvious signs of propulsion, no wings, no control surfaces, and yet still can defy the natural effects of Earth's gravity. That's precisely what we're seeing.
Elizondo tells us ATIP was a loose-knit mix of scientists, electro-optical engineers, avionics, and intelligence experts, often working part-time. They combed through data and records and analyzed videos like this. A Navy aircrew struggles to lock on to a fast-moving object off the U.S. Atlantic coast in 2015. Recently released images may not convince UFO skeptics, but the Pentagon admits it doesn't know what in the world this is. Or this. Or this. So what do you say to the skeptics?
So, if Hollow Earth were real, it would change everything we know about geology, history, and maybe even our place in the universe.
And if it's not real, at least it gave us dinosaurs fighting Godzilla in Godzilla vs. Kong. Totally worth it.
True, but it's these theories, half mystery, half imagination, that keep us questioning. And maybe, just maybe, digging a little deeper.
Or at least drilling a really big hole in the backyard.
What? It slipped out.
Is the hollow earth real, or just the greatest story never told? Now, here's where hollow earth and extraterrestrials meet. Some theories say UFOs don't come from space at all. They come from inside the earth. The inner world, they say, is home to highly advanced civilizations, sometimes described as tall, radiant beings, sometimes reptilian, and sometimes what we'd call aliens.
The composition of our own Earth. Some ancient astronaut theorists say yes, and suggest that according to our earliest mythologies, an other Earth might not be found in the heavens, but deep within our own planet.
One of the most consistent themes that we find in ancient cultures when we travel around the world is the idea that there is another world, another Earth inside of the planet.
So, instead of men in black, we've got men in basement.
Exactly. In fact, UFOs disappearing into mountains or oceans. Some claim those are entrances to hollow earth. Tibetan monks even describe beings called the Shining Ones, wise entities living beneath the Himalayas.
If they're so wise, hopefully they can explain my phone bill.
Several explorers and pilots have claimed encounters. In The Smoky God, Olaf Jansen said he met 12-foot-tall humanoids inside the earth who lived hundreds of years and grew fruits the size of watermelons.
Imagine the smoothies. One strawberry the size of a bowling ball.
Admiral Byrd, in his alleged diary, wrote of a lush land with mammoths and advanced beings who told him humanity was playing with dangerous weapons and needed guidance.
Translation: Stop nuking each other, you noisy surface kids.
Descriptions of the inner Earth often sound like something out of a fantasy novel. A vast interior sun glowing at the center, casting eternal daylight. Rivers and oceans, lush forests, crystal cities, and wildlife thought extinct, like mammoths and giant birds.
So it's like Jurassic Park, but with free heating from a giant glowing orb.
Exactly. Some accounts describe advanced cities powered by crystal energy, beings who communicate telepathically, and technology far beyond our own.
And yet, still no decent Wi-Fi. Figures.
Whether these tales are allegories, hoaxes, or hidden truths, the hollow earth remains one of the most compelling what-ifs in human imagination. The legendary city of Shambhala, a place of crystal towers, eternal light, and perfect harmony? Tall, radiant beings who live for centuries, or maybe thousands of years, technology powered by crystal energy, and an inner sun at the Earth's core?
So they've got unlimited clean energy, and we're still arguing about gas prices. And it sounded like every culture got a little sneak peek at Earth's VIP lounge. What? Crap. Sorry.
Dude. And as I mentioned before, Some even claim UFOs come not from space but from Agartha itself, flying through hidden entrances at the poles, the Himalayas, or even Mount Shasta in California.
If anyone from Mount Shasta is watching, check your basement. You might be sitting on the gateway to a crystal empire.
Whether it's myth, metaphor, or hidden truth, Agartha represents something powerful. The idea that there could be a perfect civilization under our feet. A world without war, without pollution. A vision of what humanity could be.
Maybe we're the aliens.
And they're the original Earthlings.
What? Don't you agree?
Thank you for watching. See you next time on Project Wake.